big kick to the nuts.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's like, obviously you're not doing a good job, or you're talking crap, or whatever it may be. But you guys handled him while he kicked me off?
Right.
You gave him
I told him what was up, man. I said
gave him the 1-2
you can't
punch?
treat my partner like that.
All right, good, yeah.
Exactly what happened. Oh, ladies and gentlemen, the man of the hour, the man of the show, Hawaiian Lion.
How's you doing?
Oh, my God.
I have to say, those are some stylish shirts you guys have on.
Thank you. Inspired by one of the greatest wrestlers to ever draw breath.
Yes.
I appreciate that.
The Y-Line himself.
Right.
How you doing, bud?
I'm good. A little nervous.
I was about to say there's a tension in the air I don't usually feel at IZW events.
Well, this is my last match, and I got a whole worlds colliding thing going on with people from, my outside life and people from my wrestling life and people that I haven't heard from for a long time. So
right,
it's crazy. And then we got Pete and Ray here, Pete Ray, and it's an honor
right.
for them to be here.
That's exciting stuff. Those I haven't seen them wrestle in Arizona in a long time, and they're awesome.
Well, they won the Heritage Tag Team titles, not from us, but they won them in our lineage. So we're still the longest reigning title holder. So
right,
we still got that over them.
Right, that's awesome.
Yeah,
that's awesome. Speaking of long reigns, Thug is on 442. How do you feel about that? Is that exciting?
Okay, so in the pandemic era, and I'm holding up air quotes. When I defended the title, it was every 2 weeks. Sometimes we go on these long tours, and I would defend it there. I'm the only one that's defended it in Japan, in all Japan. So it's one thing when you defend the title every 3 months and you have and you can prep for somebody for a month or two, or I did a thing where I was the fighting champion of IZW, and I wrestled, and I made sure I wrestled no matter who the number one contender was at that time.
Right.
And I beat them all. So there's a little bit of difference. I mean, to say that you've held it for X amount of days is one thing, but to say you've held it and then defended it 8 times
You've proven yourself.
Yeah.
I will tell you that right now. You've proven yourself. You're not going out on a decline right now. Let me tell you that.
And don't get me wrong, he beat me.
Okay.
He beat me in a match that I felt I deserved, and I was granted. I trained for, but you can't deny the fact that he is really come into his own since he won the title from me in that battle royal. So yeah, to pin me twice is pretty good, especially in that short time span.
Right. So where he would argue quality over quantity, you would say a schedule makes a difference.
In that vein, yes.
Right.
And it's not that I didn't have quality. I did have quality and quantity.
Right.
Number one contenders.
You certainly had quality. You absolutely bet. Now, he's been I feel, and I've been kind of a Thug simp for since he won the belt and I discovered who he is. I feel like the belt has really brought out the champion in Thug. I think he handles it with pride. And,
he's definitely wore that belt and made it a title worth reaching for. But I feel like when you get elevated, maybe a little too quick,
right?
And especially in the way he won it, he won it and it was unexpected, and I feel like a little bit of his character might have died out a little bit because he does have the pressure of the championship,
right.
So
and
maybe
that's
a little bit.
Also, usually a bucket list item too. It's nothing you get like that. You got to work and work and work and work.
And I was less than a foot away from him, and I saw it in his eyes that he was just as surprised as anybody in that arena, including me.
Yeah.
And then I was a little jealous because I do remember the first time I won it, and I happened to win it off of Navajo Warrior my first time.
And that's a battle.
Yeah.
It's a battle. We were literally just talking to before you came on here. It's amazing. The things you two have been through, and now to finish it off like this.
Well, it's sort of a full circle thing. I've wrestled him my first title match, and I wrestled him in a tournament, I want to say around 2005, maybe 2004. And other than that, we've been beating people up all over the world.
Right. Since, 2005 the tribe was born?
2004. Yeah.
Awesome. So this isn't your first match against Navajo Warrior?
No.
Your first match, you grabbed a strap.
Yes. And again, I was just as shocked as anybody in that room, you know, and to have that weight literally and figuratively on your shoulders.
Right.
You know, you become the number one person in the company, and you don't realize it at the time, but you are what the company sees and what people see the company as in your eyes, you know.
The very face of the company.
Right.
This might help out a little bit. We got a couple people chatting right here. Wrestling Chuck mentioned, thanks for the years of entertainment, Hawaiian Lion. So
I really appreciate it.
People are very appreciative of you, and you're leaving behind a great legacy, I'll tell you that.
Well, it's in really good hands. I mean, Navajo Warrior's going to stay, and he's always trained really good crops of wrestlers.
I hear he's training the buffalo.
The training buffalo.
He said he's training. He told us
up
earlier.
In Colorado.
Yeah.
He's training the buffalo.
Yeah.
He's a
thought
training
you were
buffalo.
making some kind of racist comment there, but
no, that's funny, man.
Which I popped for, by the way.
I'm gonna get my ass kicked or something.
Zach's real good about not being racist on the microphone.
On the microphone.
Yeah, he's real good about
I
that.
know what you're talking about, but we're talking about.
He knows what I'm talking. I'm not racist.
We're talking about men who's brought up
racist.
Cena and those kind of guys, and then through California, Colorado, Utah, Arizona, and all his wrestlers. And I take pride in this. Is everyone that he's trained, people have been afraid of, in and out of the ring.
Right.
So we've all had a reputation, and I think it's well deserved. And and people know when we walk in the door, we're well trained, and we can bring it.
Right, not to be the ultimate ass kiss, but I cut my teeth on AWA wrestling, Vern Gagne up in the Twin Cities, and when the Road Warriors walked in, very much the same feeling when the Tribe walks into an arena, and the two of the biggest guys in the room.
We've been in the room, we've been in the back with the Road Warriors. And we don't feel like that, but I appreciate that.
well, the feeling is there,
yeah.
And at least for this guy who's been there for both teams, I've seen both teams live.
We were able to
that far.
We were able to build a pretty good reputation, and we just go out there and do our thing, and we're kind of no nonsense. I know wrestling styles lately have. They like the video gamey, flippy, flyy, but
high flyers.
We could just hit as hard as you can when you land on your feet. So
I love what Jim Cornette tends to call them. Now I like all forms of wrestling, from lucha to AEW to WWE to the indies. I love it all. I'm a wrestling fan. But Jim Cornette calls those guys cosplay wrestlers.
It's not too far. I mean, I do respect the athleticism.
Right.
But a lot of the times those matches
it's more than just athletics.
Well, they're lost by them making a mistake.
Right.
They slip on the banana peel and get caught on something.
Yep.
Or get hurt. Doing that kind of style. You can't maintain that kind of style. Navajo's been wrestling 30 years. I've been wrestling 20 years. I've recovered from a broken neck. He's recovered from broken legs and everything else. So,
right.
To do what we do at our age, is a testament to him and his training.
Right. One final question. What does it mean to you to finish out your career in IZW with Navajo Warrior? You picked them, hand-selected, your last match. What does it mean to you?
Well, I've wrestled people like Graves and guys like that who are legit killers, and Navajo's right up there with them.
Right.
But it was more of a I wanted to say like a like a tribute, that anybody's last match. My last match before I broke my neck was Pete Goodman, and he unfortunately passed away way too soon.
Right.
And I want it to mean something when I go out. I don't want to pick somebody that I think I can beat easily. I'd rather pick somebody that I knows what they're doing, and he's probably taught me everything he knows, but I doubt he's taught me everything he knows.
Right. Right.
So I need that test going out, and I can't think of anybody better than him to honor, my last match.
Right.
Like I said, you're going out on top right now. You're going out on top.
Right.
Yeah.
It's one of the greatest matches. I'm so excited for it. I cannot wait to see it.
One of the most respected careers in the state of Arizona and the Southwest.
I appreciate it.
Tonight's the night, and we're all looking forward
It's
to it.
sad, though.
Yeah,
I don't get to see you ever again.
I'll probably be at the shows every once in a while and stuff, but
That's not enough.
my body, is beat up. Like I said, I had a broken neck
It's
and
yelling
never
at you.
recovered. Yeah, my arms never recovered. I don't know if anybody knows this, but my right arm never really recovered. I really don't have a right tricep.
Oh.
So, all the training and I've done, I've had to modify. And since 2009, 2010, I've been wrestling without a tricep. So maybe this is the best time to say it.
Okay.
But I don't have the same kind of power I have in my left arm as I do in my right.
All right.
My right tricep is virtually useless.
Jeez.
Wow.
Yeah.
Papa J usually tells me to switch it up, but I don't think that's your case at this point in time.
You gotta
Yeah.
switch it up.
But that's the thing about what we do is, going through those kind of injuries, it's not, I didn't have to keep wrestling. I wanted to keep wrestling, and the fact that I love it this much, but you kind of have to admit sometimes when your body starts breaking down and doesn't recover as it used to.
Right.
And I got a family, and we got kids, and
There's more to look out for besides everybody else. You need to look out for you right now. Is what
absolutely.
I feel like you need to do.
Yes.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
I think for once, Navajo's going to be wrestling from the bottom, because I think there's not a person here who doesn't want to see you go out with the hand raised.
Well, I mean, we'll see. I that's why I picked him. I wanted to test because I know the fans love him. I love him, and I'm definitely going to leave it all in the ring. So win, lose, or draw, as cliche as it sounds, I do want to win, but I'll be happy with whatever happens.
All right. Well, we'll be watching, and thank you so much.
I appreciate it. Thank you.
for spending your time with us, brother.
Appreciate it.